Gonna be Taxi with a bit of a fear onto Nathrael as the Demon Hunter already trying to unleash big bursts going in for Metamorphosis. Board for Taxi, try to see if he can escape him. Nathrael though got plenty of damage, plenty of mobility, looking for a big hunt, charging out towards Taxi. The man trying to see if he can take a gateway. The train did leave, but he did get cleared by that hunt. Either way, though, trying to go for Shadow Fury as Nathrael does lay Demon mad damage to Taxi. Man, having to pop every defensive big heal soul burn in order to recover, trying to go for a fear, trying to keep the Demon Hunter at bay as best he can. Drain life may not be enough, trying to see if he can dodge the jukes. The kicks, and he does get a juke out of kick. Stunned yet again. Oh, yet another poor Taxi just hanging on by a thread. Trying to see if he can keep himself alive. Does end up sacrificing the main demon, trying to go for a drain life. Immunity up for Nathrael. At least can send him with a mortal coil and at least able to establish all the dots. Maybe this is where Taxi goes counter offensive. Full dots are up. Big drain. It is going to be fear on Taxi. Trying to see if he can dodge it. Dark Vector's up. That is also going to be darkness for Nathrael. Able to absorb some of the dots into the darkness zone. Trying to see if he can get some damage versus Taxi. Maybe a big go. Does Taxi have a port? He may need some mobility right now. Nathrael, no, those are. Oh my god, the man just melted. Taxi was just kind of like praying. All right, stunned. Cross my fingers and hope I don't die in that one. That is so close, man. Oh my goodness. That is actually insane. At least he's giving him a proper honor go, man. What an honorable Warlock. Try to give Taxi a chance. Vassal trying to see if he can back up out of it for just a second. Taxi loading him up full of dots with a UA to follow him. How's he gonna do this? I think, doesn't Demonology normally do really good here? Wait. Did you just load up your dots on the main pet to just swap it back to Facile? Is that what I just saw? Wait a second. Hold on. Normally Demonology would be losing this one, but I think actually Taxi may have the play versus Facile. He does play into the Haunt. As long as the Haunt is active, depending on the town that you run, especially if you pick up the capstone, while a Haunt is active, all dots on anybody do 20% more damage. So, as Taxi has a full haunt on the main pet of Facile, as long as that pet still has a haunt on it, Facile, as long as he's fully dotted, will have all those dots be 20% more effective on him. So as long as the pet has a haunt, Facile doesn't even need to have a haunt. Facile is going to be taking majority of the damage from it. This means Facile may have to get super aggressive here. Mortal Coil by Taxi as Facile trying to go for another portal, but it's going to be an interrupt by Taxi. Facile trying to see if he can avoid him as best as possible. Taxi fully loaded him up, go for both cast for cast, Soul Rod for another portal. Facile just trying to see if he can play defensively until he can summon up a big old Tyrant. Taxi definitely has himself plenty of survivability right now. Full dots, Shadow Fury, summoning all the pets, but it's going to be a big old Pit Lord coming out in just a moment. Taxi's got a lot of healing from all these pets, but it's going to go for port as soon as the Pit Lord comes out. That thing is still going to be quite deadly. Lots of damage out of that thing. Oh my god, the amount of damage that thing does right now is incredible. Does go for a bit of a drain versus Facile. The Pit Lord does dissipate, but that's still a lot of demons chasing after you. Wrath Guards, Fel Guards, Demon Doggos, you got Demon Bats, you got Imps, you got everything. The army of the Legion literally surrounds you. And Facile, no hope whatsoever. Mortal Coil versus Taxi. Does give himself Demon Doggos. Mortal Coil by Taxi. Trying to see if he can finish off Facile. He does give himself that big old execute with a massive drain and everything. If he can do that, he'll be in a fantastic spot. Facile looking for as much healing as possible off of Taxi, but there's only so much you can do. Once you got a shield on him, that drain, I believe the drain doesn't do anything. You have to be able to drain like their health bar rather than a shield in order to get any kind of healing, don't you? Arella is going to be up next as a survival hunter, I want to say. Looks like that is a survival hunter. Trying to see if he can find himself an angle versus Taxi. Does Taxi swap out to maybe like a succubus on the field? He does, actually. Binding shot on Taxi. He's trying to make some damage happen. It's going to be Succubus immediately, just trying to give Taxi an opportunity to at least establish some of these dots. And Taxi can do exactly the same thing they can do to Aurelius as he did with Facile. He can go for that hunt onto that pet in order to amplify the dots onto Aurelius. Does go for feign death. It is going to put a silence on him for just a second, and it's going to do a little bit of damage to him. But as long as you can maintain full dots onto Aurelius, put a haunt on the pet, that could be pretty good. Taxi take a lot of damage from 1200. Jesus, what is this damage? He's got a wall, the man is still melting. What is this output? Dark Pact is able to break through it. Aurelia's taking a lot of damage of their own, fully dotted up as well. Survival Hunter has a ton of damage by the looks of it, but not a lot of survivability. Warlock is on the opposite end, has a lot of damage, but has a more survivability. Turtle Shell, do they have anything left? It's going to be Mortal Coil immediately. Does trick it out of him, but Taxi is going to be able to take him down with a drain right after. There's so much output, man. There's so much pressure the entire time. Dalaran is going to be up next. defensive stance for just a second, interrupt him on that Soul Rod, but Taxi is able to get all of his Shadow Cast off afterwards. That's going to be Soul Rod, everything is available. Blaze up to follow, Dalaran is going to do a bit of damage over Jane Live. That's also so much damage. I think maybe down for the count. Mordecai last second. Does he have mobility? I think it's over. At least he got full down to the Dalaran. Maybe whoever goes next will be able to deal with him. Maybe be able to take advantage of those dots, potentially. Big Dam is going to be up next, trying to see if he can get some damage on Tel. It's going to be immediate trick, trying to see if he can deny Dalaran the escape. Last time these two dueled, Dalaran, I think, came into the duel with a disadvantage and was able to make it out on top. Big Dam, I think, is just trying to avoid giving him any advantages whatsoever. Blizzard on one side, maybe could go Rain of Fire or Ring of Fire on the other. Exactly what he's doing. Blizzard on one end, Ring of Fire on the other. Just kind of giving Dalaran no way out. The man is just going to take percentage health damage. Rooted out to follow. Not much you can really do. Doesn't reflect for that one Ice Lands. Trying to see if he can charge. Maybe get a heal. No one's stopping him in place though. Doesn't get him so impending victory at last second. Is Big Dam getting hit with a Stormbolt. Does have a blink for this one. The blink is going to be fantastic for him. Breath. No help whatsoever. Yeah, it's over. There's only so much you can really do once you get locked down by a mage like that. Fractal is going to be up next. Got himself a full invis with a shield. Last man standing over on the team one. Trying to see if he can get himself a big go. Does go for the Arcane Orb in order to get Big Dam out in the open. Breath of Fire right after with a Polymorph. Getting locked out on Arcane though. As Big Dam is going to go for a big spike off of this with Fractal with the Ice Nova actually amplifies the shatter so much more. Fractal is a big trouble. Trying to go for maybe ult time. Will not be able to go for proper ult time. Does have it removed. Frozen Orb around the corner, just not really giving you much of a freedom, just putting pressure on you the entire fight. All the time up for Big Dam as he got himself a bit of a reset. Polymorph out of Fractal, doesn't get interrupted yet. Again, his problems flying for Big Dam. Does Fractal have anything left? Glacial is gonna just end you. Does go for the ice block in order to bypass the Glacial. The rough exterior, the tough iceberg-like exterior of the ice block would be able to stand up to a big old spike of Glacial Frostbolts, or Glacial Icicles put together. I guess that is technically what happens with the Glacial Spike. All those icicles above your head all coalesce into a big old one and bam. Slaps it. Big damage? I'm surprised it didn't crit. Was that what happened? It just didn't crit there? Or maybe it didn't have the shatter bonus for it. That might have been it. Big flurry up with lances to follow. My god, big damage is in so much output. Doesn't flurry into a couple of lances enough. Lance him at the end. Oh no, man. Taxi was doing such a good job, dude. Actually, a lot more healing than damage. I think it was that one moment where he was surrounded by demons and he was just able to fuel a lot of his health back off of those demons with a big drain, big shields. I think that's what he was trying to do there. Maybe that's where a lot of that came from. But the man literally does more healing than damage.